Did you know that you can make Flipgrid style videos in Adobe Express and students can view and comment on each other's videos? Well, start by going to Clever. You might use the Clever extension to open it up and then click on Adobe Express. On the left side, click on Classrooms. This is a place where you can give assignments and students can turn in assignments. Create class and fill out everything and then click Save and then open up your class. To add students, you could either click on Manage Students or Add Students and then share the link with that button, or you could go down to the Google Classroom icon to import a roster. On the left side or at the top, you can click on Create Assignment and then fill out all the spaces. You'll need a title. You can add instructions if you like and choose a due date. And at the very bottom, you can toggle on Class Gallery if you want your students to be able to see each other's work and comment on each other's work. At the top, there's a tab for attachments if you want to add something. You can also select the project type so that it opens up, for example, to a video when your students open up the assignment. And you can, at the bottom, click on Student View so you could see what it'll look like for your students, and then click Assign when you're ready. You can also push out the assignment to Google Classroom if you want, but it's not necessary because students can go directly to Adobe Express to access the assignment. In the student view in Google Classroom, it'll look like this with a link to the project, but students can click on Classrooms in Adobe Express to find the assignment. Let's click on this one. Students will see your directions on the left side as well as the due date. And on the right, they can click on Start Assignment and it'll open that video project. There's also a View Class Gallery button where they can see other people's submitted work. Start by clicking on Media on the left toolbar and then click on Video. And while students can't record using their webcam, they can click Animate Character to use their voice to animate a cartoon character. Pretty cool. So there on that drop down, they can filter or they can scroll down to choose a character. Before recording, you also want to turn on Enhance Speech to remove background noise while recording. You can also click on that background tab to choose a background, or you can leave it on transparent. Next, click on Record. It'll count down 3, 2, 1, and then students can record whatever they want to say. Then click Done, and this is the part that might take a while. Sometimes it can take up to a couple minutes for it to be done processing. Then it will automatically add your video into your video project. Since I don't have a background on mine, I'm going to go to Media, and then you could either go to Photos or Video to add a background. You could even generate an image, but in this case, I'm going to do a search. I'll type a forest and then click on one that I like. And then on the left, you can see there's a set background button. So it automatically puts it in there perfectly. I can move my video around if I want to move or resize the character. And then on the left there, you can also preview by clicking the play button to listen to your video. And you can move that playhead around as well. The cool thing about Adobe Express is you can keep adding more layers. You can add more photos or videos or icons. So you could either go back to Media or you could go to Elements. And so in this case, I'm going to search for blacksmith because in my video, I talked about going on a field trip to a place where there's like a blacksmith workshop. And there I can open up that folder to find more icons and I can just add that and drag it around to wherever I want. You'll notice that on the bottom on my timeline, when I have that photo selected, there's another bar on top which I can click and drag to minimize. So you can decide how long you want that image to appear in your video. So I want it somewhere near the beginning where I was talking about that field trip. And then I can go to media and pick something else. The second thing I talked about in my recording was playing basketball. So I'm going to search for a video of a basketball. And once I find one I like, I can just click on it and it'll add it to my video. You'll notice that this one has a background, but if you have your video selected on the left, you'll see that you can click Remove Background. Sometimes it happens pretty instantly. Sometimes you might have to wait a minute. I think while I wait for this one, I'll go ahead and go to the timeline and trim it so that now my basketball will appear kind of in the middle of my video wherever I spoke about playing basketball. Since I'm still waiting for the background to go away, let's go to that side panel with our video selected and click on animation. You can add up to 3 animations to one photo or video for in, loop, or out. And as you mouse over them, you can see what they do. So I'm going to select one for in, I'll go to loop and pick one that it loops during that whole video, and then one for out. So how do you want it to exit when that short little clip is done? And you can also click on the 3 lines on top of an animation to get more options. So if you want it to leave the page or you want to change the direction, that's where you can do that. At any time, you can go to the bottom and click that play button to preview. So I see my anvil came up. I can listen to my audio. I see the basketballs doing the animations. When you're done, there's a turn in button at the top. Students will click that, and then they'll click continue to turn it into the teacher. Then they can click view class gallery to view other student work and comment, as long as you enabled that feature when you created the assignment. I can click play at the bottom left to watch it. If for some reason you don't see it, you might refresh at the top to load the video. And once you're done watching the video, you'll see that on the right, there's a space where you can add a comment. So you can see any existing comments, and at the top, you can type something. You can click on that emoji icon to add emojis, and then click submit. On the teacher side, when you go to your assignment, you'll see all the student videos. You can click on one to watch it, and you can also click on the 3 dots on comments to delete them if needed.